Hello everyone, Nathan here again, and today I have a poem written for you, originally published in 1964 and written by poet John Hollander. I have for you the 9th of July. In 1939, the skylark had nothing to say to me. As the June sunset splashed rose light on the broad sidewalks and prophesied no war after the end of that August. Only midway between playing ball in Manhattan and Poland, I turned in my sleep on Long Island, groped in the dark of July, and found my pillow at last down at the foot of my bed. Through the window near her bed, brakes gasped on Avenue B. In 1952, her blonde crotch, shadowed and silent, astonished us both. In the iced gunpowder tea grew warm. To the last hollow crust of ice cube cracked to its death in the glass. The tea was hot on the cold hilltop in the moonlight, while a buck thrashed through the gray ghosts of burnt-out trees, and Thomas whispered of the SS from inside his sleeping bag. Someone else told a tale of the man who was cured of a hurt by the bears. The bathtub drain in the old Elberon house gucked and snorted while the shadows of graying maples fell across the lawn. The brown teddy bear was a mild comfort because of his silence, and I gazed at the porthole ring made by the window shade string, hanging silently, seeing a head and shoulders emerge from the burning mortal castle I had seen that afternoon. The rock cried out, "I am burning too," as the drying heat entered its phase of noon over the steep concrete walls along Denver's excuse for a river. We read of remote Bermudas, and gleaming Neil spat out over the parapet. In the evening in Deal, my BB rifle shattered a milk bottle while the rhododendrons burned in the fading lights. The tiny, shot-sized hole in the bathhouse revealed the identical twats of the twins from over the hill. From over the hill on the other side of the lake, a dark cloud turreted over the sunset. Another lake sank to darkness on the other side of the hill. Lake echoing lake in diminishing pools of reflection. A trumpet blew taps while the drummer's foot boomed on the grandstand. The furriers' wives by the pool seemed to ignore the accordion playing long ago and far away. None of the alewives rose to our night crawlers, wiggling on the other side of the mirror. She was furrier under the darkness of all the blanketing heat than I thought to find her, and the bathroom mirror flashed white with the gleam of a car on 72nd Street. We lay there just having died, the two of us, vision and flesh, contraction and dream, came apart, while the fan on the windowsill blew a thin breeze of self between maker and muse, dividing fusion of firework, love's old explosion and outburst of voice. This is the time most real. For unreeling time, there are no moments, there are no points, but only the lines of memory streaking across the black film of the mind's night. But here in the darkness, between two great explosions of light, midway between the 4th of July and the 14th, suspended somewhere in summer between the ceremonies remembered from childhood, and the historical conflagrations imagined in sad, learned youth, somewhere there always hangs the American moment, burning, restless. Between the deed and the dream is the life remembered. The sparks of concord were mine as I lit a cherry bomb once in a glow of myth and hurled it over the hedge. The complexities of the terror were mine as my pouring eyes got burned in the fury of Europe discovered in 1942. On the 9th of July I've been most alive, world and I, in making each other, as always, make fewer mistakes. The gibbous historical moon records our nights with an eye neither narrowed against the brightness of nature nor widened with awe at the clouds of the life of the mind. Crescent and full, knowledge and touch commingled here on this dark bed, window flung wide to the cry of the city night. We lie still, making the poem of the world that emerges from shadows. Doing and then having done is having ruled and commanded a world, a self, a poem, a heartbeat in the moonlight. To imagine a language means to imagine a form of life. I hope you all enjoyed that poem very much, and as always, I will see you tomorrow.